This is some of the leftover pizza. I believe one large pizza. Or one medium. I'm not 100% sure which size, but it's some of what's left over of the pizza that Dad got. While we were at Perri's Pizzeria pub location, roughly from 4:30 p.m. We left to go there around 4 p.m. About a few minutes or so before 4 p.m. This following my shift at Wegmans today, which was from 7 in the morning to 2:30 p.m. In the time between getting back to Dad's place from Wegmans and before we left for Perri's Pizzeria's pub location, I was just upstairs here going through my current rotation of games on Congregate. As for Perri's Pizzeria pub location, we were there to watch the divisional playoffs game between the Bills and the Chiefs. The game stayed close, always within with either team being in the lead at various points by one score. Sometimes by 3 points, other times by 6 points. The game stayed close until the end. And the Bills would have tied the game at the end of the fourth quarter. And got into overtime if it weren't for a missed 44-yard field goal attempt. the Bills were 4th and 9 following 2 consecutive failed passes, prior to which they were second and 9th. Throughout the game, both teams demonstrated good offense and defense. Although there were a few players on the Chiefs that were more recognizable to me than players on the Bills. After I read a Democrat and Chronicle article on predictions for the game, prior to Dan and I leaving to go to Perri's Pizzeria's pub location for the game. I recall we were there roughly from 4 p.m. to about 10 p.m. Actually, we were there roughly from 4:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. During which I got 4 of Perri's Pizzeria's pub locations Gatorade cocktails, getting all of them except for Blue 52. I got Zero Blitz first because that was the only Gatorade cocktail I didn't get the last time. And me and Dad were at Perri's Pizzeria's pub location. A bit after we got there at Perri's Pizzeria's pub location, my dad's friend Maggie joined us. After the chicken wings we both ordered came out, I had all of mine, and I had a few of my dad's chicken wings. Either that or a few of Maggie's. Because they couldn't finish all of their chicken wings. They got too full. It was nice of them to give me a few chicken wings, and I enjoyed them. I recall waking up and getting up today somewhere between 4 and 5 in the morning. Around 6:30 in the morning, as Dad was taking me to the Wegmans I work at. We made a stop to get a few biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich meals, which not only has the sandwich, but also a hash brown and a drink, one for Dad, and two for me. One for breakfast and one for lunch, which I had roughly from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. while at work. I took my first 15-minute break around 11 in the morning and my second at 2 p.m. Roughly around 2 p.m. I microwaved the McDonald's breakfast meal I had for lunch for a total of 1 minute, 2 sessions of 30 seconds. I opted for milk for both of my breakfast meals. And I recall having the equivalent of about 3 cups of plain coffee. Some of being Dad's coffee that he got at Wegmans, and some of it being from the break room of the Wegmans I work at. From roughly 6 in the morning to 9:10 in the morning. At Wegmans, I'm in the produce department, so for my shift, I restocked merchandise from the produce holding area to the produce department. I used a runner to stack on new banana boxes when necessary for the banana section of the produce department, which I recall restocking a few times during my shift, and there were 2 points in which I reloaded the banana runner with 3 stacks of 4 banana boxes each time. And there was a point in which I restocked the mushroom section from a mushroom runner when I initially meant to restock from the carrot runner, the carrot section. but I couldn't find a carrot runner in the cooler area of the produce holding area. But I did see a mushroom runner, so I opted to restock the mushroom section instead. And because today, I finally both worked on a Sunday and remembered in time that the Wegmans I work at allows employees to wear a jersey over their uniform shirt / polo. I wore my old Kaepernick jersey over my shirt. And during my shift, nobody commented on Kaepernick, instead commenting on how the 49ers won their divisional playoff game against the Green Bay Packers. I am a fan of the San Francisco 49ers, both because of what Kaepernick's done for advocating for good causes, and I've never been to San Francisco, but I've heard good things about the city and would be interested in visiting someday.